I'm excited to talk with our next guest. One, because he's a famous high school chemistry teacher. And you know, we know a bunch about famous high school chemistry teachers right here in Albuquerque. Two, he's here to chat about a pen that I absolutely love, honestly. And I know it sounds silly, but we'll get into that in a second. So let's welcome to the show, Philip Cook, also known as on TikTok as Chem Teacher Phil. How are you, Phil?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. All right, let's start off. Kids are going back to school. It's all about STEM. What does STEM stand for? Because we've heard it before, but I wanted to come from a chemistry teacher. What does it mean, and why is it becoming increasingly important for students?
So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And it's most important for kids because when they go off and join the job force, the vast majority of emerging jobs and current jobs are moving towards STEM-related fields. So they're going to have to know a little bit about STEM once they leave the school.
All right, let's talk about this pen. What makes the Frixion pens ideal for STEM learning?
All right, now I heard you say that you love these pens. So I think you know that they have a thermosensitive ink. That's exactly how they erase. So Frixion pens erase using heat, which means for every chemistry teacher out there, they get super nerded out because it's the nerdiest science pen out there. Not only can you use it, it works like a great pen, but you can also use it for science experiments. And for me, that is pen perfection. You can do all kinds of amazing little experiments with it. Really, you can.
One of these satellite tours send me one of those pens and like a notebook that you can erase with or like just wipe it down. And I have used that for years. And I always hunt for these pens for every time I'm going to use it for a notebook or even just a regular thing. So I'm excited about it. All right. So what makes STEM.org authenticated products different, and why is this distinction important?
Well, Pilot Frixion pens are the only pen that's been accredited by STEM.org. And the reason why that matters is because there's a lot of science that goes into developing an ink that erases with heat. It's pretty easy to kind of make things that just erase, but to make it erase with heat at about 140 degrees takes a lot of science. And that also means it lends itself to being able to teach science in a lot of STEM-related ways. And that's not something you can say about every single pen out there. In fact, this one's quite unique, and that's why it's the only STEM accredited pen out there.
And what is the Frixion? Am I saying this right? I don't think I'm saying this right. What, Frixion?
It's like friction. Just imagine the word friction, but with an X.
All right, so what is the Frixion for Good challenge, and how can people participate?
So the impetus behind the Frixion for Good challenge is to help make STEM accessible for all. So to that end, there's a couple of ways that people can participate. The first is by buying 10 packs or 16 packs of Frixion color sticks at major retailers. Frixion color sticks look like this one. And you can get them at Amazon, Walmart, Target. 25% of the profits from those purchases between now and November 8th, which is National STEM Day, are going to be donated by Pilot to Girls Who Code. That's one way. Buy the pack, you can help STEM education. Second way is by creating some content showing us how you use Pilot Frixion pens. There's a lot of really cool, creative ways that people find to use the heat-sensitive ink in Frixion pens to do something you would never have imagined. Post that content on Instagram or on TikTok and add the hashtag Frixion for Good. So that's Frixion for good. And every post that has that hashtag on their Instagram in-feed or on TikTok, Pilot will donate $5 to Girls Who Code, up to $60,000.
And you should also check out Chem Teacher Phil's TikTok account. He has some cool stuff on there. I was watching it all morning, so I'm excited to have you on here. So what have you been trying to achieve through social media with that TikTok account?
I'm a big science nerd, so I always try and help people learn a little bit about science that they may not have known, specifically chemistry. And then I also, a goal for my videos is to help make people curious about the world around them. Those are the two main goals I try and hit with every single video that I put out there.
Yeah, this morning I learned all about microwaves and green cookies and other things. So thank you for that.
The microwaves is something you can do with the Pilot Frixion pen too. And there's a lesson plan on frictionstem.com that tells you how to do it.
Great. Where can we go for more information, bud?
So if you want to learn more, we have actually a lot of lesson plans available on frictionstem.com that you can do at home or in a classroom with kids if you're a teacher. So frixionstem.com, Frixion stem.com. You can also learn all about the Frixion for Good Challenge by visiting that website.
There it is. Chem teacher Phil, thanks for hanging out with me this morning, man.
Appreciate it.